What's up guys, Sack here, and today I'm bringing you my picks for the top 5 cartoon Christmas episodes. Christmas time is by far the most joyous and happy time of the year, so I thought it would be a great idea to spread some holiday joy by giving you guys some of my choices for my favorite Christmas episodes. I have a couple stipulations for this list to make it a little more interesting. To keep this list sort of recent, the show needed to have come out after 1990. Also, the show has to revolve around Christmas. Episodes like Fa La 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 Ed from Ed, Ed and Eddie that has a Christmas in July premise, and New Year's Kiss from Regular Show, which is mainly about New Year's Eve/day, are banned from this list. Everything else is allowed, so let's get this list going, and remember, this is just my opinion, so take everything with a grain of salt. Coming in at number 5 is Christmas with the Joker, Batman the Animated Series. Starting this list is a show that needs no introduction. A show that a lot of people around my age was their first look into Batman and even DC. So this episode starts off on Christmas Eve at Arkham Asylum, where even the inmates are celebrating Christmas. Like usual, the Joker escapes in normal Joker fashion on a rocket Christmas tree. Back at the Batcave, we have Robin trying to convince Batman to relax during the holiday season. They find out the Joker escapes, and Robin has a plan. If they patrol the streets and don't find anything, they'll call it a night and go home and watch It's a Wonderful Life. About to watch the movie, they get interrupted by a Christmas special, Christmas with the Joker. He has kidnapped Commissioner Gordon, Summer, and Harvey Bullock. He explains that if he can't find them by midnight, they will all die. Nice holiday spirit. So the Joker sends them out on task to complete before they can even get to the hostages. Batman and Robin capture him, save the hostages, and throw the Joker back into Arkham Asylum. There's a funny moment when they get back to Wayne Manor, and they're watching It's a Wonderful Life, and at the end, Batman says it has its moments, not agreeing that it's that good. The last scene is the Joker back at Arkham Asylum singing and laughing. This episode had you on the edge of the seat the entire time, not knowing what the Joker will do, and in the end, it still has a happy ending. But it's a great, grittier Christmas episode for the fans that don't really care for the sappy love Christmas stories. And coming in at number 4 is Road to the North Pole, Family Guy. I know right from the beginning this choice is a little controversial. I know everyone has their gripes with modern Family Guy, and I respect their opinions, but I definitely think this episode is an exception. The episode starts with one of many Seth MacFarlane's musical numbers called All I Really Want This Year, with a ton of characters explaining what they want for Christmas. From Peter wanting Megan Fox and Jessica Biel and nothing but their socks, to Herbert wanting Nick Jonas's drumming skills. It's a very catchy and entertaining holiday jingle. After the song, Stewie and Brian head to the mall to go see Santa. But Santa is done for the day, and this greatly upsets Stewie. He then decides that he's going to the North Pole and confront Santa himself. While Stewie's asleep, Brian takes him to the North Pole, which is just a broken down amusement park. Stewie then finally confesses that he really just wants to go to the North Pole to kill Santa. Some shenanigans ensue, and Stewie and Brian continue their journey to the actual North Pole. When they arrive at Santa's workshop, they notice that it's very run down and gloomy. They find Santa and realize he's very sick and doesn't even want to live anymore. All that's at the workshop is inbred elves and feral eating reindeers. Then the next song comes on, called Christmas Time Is Killing Us, which is a very dark and gloomy song about the horrors of Christmas. Brian and Stewie convince Santa that they should deliver all the gifts. On their trek to deliver all the presents, they both realize that no sane person can complete this task, and nothing is going for them. They then decide to reveal Santa to the entire world, asking the world if they just ask for one present a year and not be greedy, that Christmas can be wonderful again. Everyone agrees, and 1 year later, they show everyone opening their one present and how happy they are. It even shows a fat and healthy Santa cheerfully flying around. The episode ends in the beginning song playing again, and everyone loving their gifts. No matter if you agree or disagree with the negatives of the most recent seasons, this is definitely one you should see. It shows what we really take for granted and how we should be spending the holiday season with our loved ones, not worrying about gifts. Coming in at number 3 is the Christmas Special, Regular Show. One of the newest shows on this list, and quite possibly my favorite in recent years, brings great humor and adventures we haven't seen in a while. The episode starts off with an elf named Quilligan and Santa fighting over a mysterious box. And right off the bat, you get this interesting action scene that doesn't really happen in Christmas episodes. After that ends, you go to Benson's Christmas party. You see everyone doing their thing, and then Benson asks Mordecai and Rigby to get more soda for the party. They make a joke out of it, saying that this is Benson's Christmas present. They go outside and see something crashing into the garage. They head into the garage, and to their surprise, they find Santa beat up. Santa asks them to take and destroy the box, but not before Santa says, "Aw man, you too?" They then explain how Quilligan made the box and why Santa stopped them. They then bring the rest of the group back to the garage to show them Santa. He disappears and the group thinks that the box is fake. Skips then states that the box is made out of dark matter and needs to be thrown into lava. The closest volcano is in East Pines and the group begins their journey. This is where one of the best adventures in a Christmas episode begins. The group then heads into a booby-trap-ridden abandoned mineshaft. Arrive there at the first booby trap, which is basically just Dance Dance Revolution. Muscle Man takes the lead and completes the first puzzle. Booby trap number 2 is actually a pinball machine. The game is, the more points you get in the pinball game, the more the bridge to the next area grows. But if you lose a ball, part of the bridge collapses. Benson takes charge in this trial and beats the challenge, barely escaping the crumbling bridge. This leads us to the final and probably the most interesting and entertaining booby trap, wrestling a bear. Pops gladly accepts the bear's invitation. Pops then pins the bear congratulates them, and they enter a portal into the bear's stomach that leads to the lava pit. Mordecai and Quilligan then have an epic battle to try and throw the box into the lava pit. Mordecai wins with the help of Rigby, and Quilligan and the box fall to their death. I feel Regular Show doesn't get enough respect. It was one of the most weird, interesting, and bizarre Christmas specials I've ever seen. In terms of Christmas themes, they weren't really present, but the scale of adventure in this episode definitely makes up for it. And coming in at number 2 is Comfort and Joy, Justice League. Another DC property making the list, an even better one. The episode is structured in a very interesting way. The episode is split into 3 subplots, which is Green Lantern and Hawkgirl, The Flash, and Superman and Martian Manhunter. And this episode shows absolutely none of Batman and Wonder Woman, a surprising decision, but it still pays off. The episode starts off with the Justice League saving the world as per usual, minus Batman and Wonder Woman. After the fight, everyone in the league is looking forward to Christmas except Martian Manhunter and Hawkgirl because they don't really understand Earth's holidays. The first and probably least interesting story out of the 3 is Green Lantern and Hawkgirl. Green Lantern tries to show Hawkgirl the beauty of planet Earth that is now covered in snow. They then both get in a furious snowball fight that actually is pretty interesting with their powers. She responds by showing him her idea of a celebration by taking him to a rough bar on an alien moon. They toast each other in the bar, and then Hawkgirl starts a massive bar brawl. After the fight, GL is passed out from the exhaustion, and Hawkgirl then kisses him on the cheek and then wishes him a Merry Christmas. A sweet ending, and also a little advancement in their love affair between Green Lantern and Hawkgirl. The second and more interesting Christmas story is The Flash. Flash makes his annual visit to the Central City Orphanage to see what the kids want for Christmas. All the kids want the new, hot, and sold-out toy, DJ Rubber Ducky. He goes so far as going to the factory where it's made in Japan and gets one for all the orphans. On his way back, he gets sidetracked by the Ultra Humanite on a rampage through a museum. During the fight, the toy is destroyed by the falling Humanite and Flash is devastated. Touched by Flash's story, they call a Christmas truce, and then he agrees to fix the toy for Flash and turn himself in. He then accompanies Flash to the orphanage, who is surprised that Humanite has modified the toy. Humanite returns to jail, where Flash thanks him for his help. Humanite notes he welcomes any opportunity to bring culture to children. Flash gives him an aluminum Christmas tree that he finds surprisingly touching. An ending where the good and bad guys come together always has a nice touch to it. Also, both sides bringing gifts to an orphanage is definitely a heartfelt one. The last, in my opinion, the best story of the episode is Superman and Martian Manhunter. It definitely has and feels like the best Christmas story. Clark Kent insists that MMH accompany him home for the holidays. The Kent family welcomes him home with open arms, but MMH still feels slightly uncomfortable. He then goes for a walk around Smallville on Christmas Eve, impressed by all the friendliness of the citizens. MMH then telepathically hears a little girl question the existence of Santa, so he goes on the roof, reaching down the chimney, and eats some of the cookies that she left out. His last stop is a church, where inside he hears people singing Christmas carols. The next morning, Superman wakes and listens with his parents as Martian Manhunter is singing a hauntingly beautiful song in his native Martian language and native Martian form. A nice feel-good ending that just bleeds Christmas, showing the positivity of a family and how a friend could make things great. While Green Lantern and Hawkgirl stories weren't particularly super Christmassy, the next 2 definitely make up for it. And before number 1, I'd like to give a few honorable mentions. Christmas Every Day, Fairly Odd Parents. Another great adventure, but I thought regular show was a little more epic and had a little bit larger scale of adventure. It would probably be my number 6. A very special Family Guy freaking Christmas. Family Guy. This gets an honorable mention because it was my first ever Family Guy episode that I watched, and it was an okay Christmas story. Holly Jolly Jimmy. Jimmy Neutron. I think Road to the North Pole did the story a little bit better, but bonus points for having the legendary Mel Brooks voice Santa Claus. 'Twas the Night. Johnny Bravo. Just classic Johnny Bravo humor and a nice quick Christmas episode. Holiday Hijinks. Pokemon. Just for the pure fact that Pokemon actually had a Christmas episode, that was okay. Alright, and the number 1 cartoon Christmas episode is Christmas Who? SpongeBob SquarePants. My first and easily my favorite Christmas special was my first choice before I even thought about making this list. I'm only going to be talking about the actual SpongeBob plot, not the Patchy and Potty plot, which was just okay. The episode starts off with Sandy decorating the tree dome and SpongeBob in his karate gear preparing an attack. SpongeBob hilariously mistakes all the Christmas lights for a fire. He then runs in and tries to extinguish all the flames. Sandy is shocked that SpongeBob has never heard of Christmas and then proceeds to explain it to him. Later at the Krusty Krab, SpongeBob then tells Patrick, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs about Christmas. Everyone in Bikini Bottom believes him except Squidward. The town then proceeds to put all their Christmas lists into bottles and shoot them to the surface. It's a couple days till Christmas and the town is filled to the brim with Christmas cheer. They sing 2 wonderfully cheery and festive songs called Christmas Feels Like the Very First Christmas to Me and Santa's Coming Tonight Tonight. While everyone is enjoying the holiday season, Squidward wants zero part of it. The people continue to sing until morning when Santa has failed to arrive, which was much to SpongeBob's dismay. Everyone goes home giving up on Christmas and SpongeBob is very depressed. Squidward then gloats and humiliates SpongeBob because there was no Santa. As he sulks away and feeling bad for him for possibly not getting a gift, he gives Squidward a present. Squidward, now feeling like a giant ass, opens the gift and finds a handmade driftwood clarinet. He realizes that his grouchy attitude has ruined Christmas for everyone, something Squidward never usually does. To make it up to the town, specifically SpongeBob, Squidward dresses up as Santa. SpongeBob is extremely delighted and keeps thanking Santa for coming to Bikini Bottom. You then get such a sweet, heartfelt moment when Squidward tells SpongeBob that Santa didn't bring Christmas to Bikini Bottom, he did. SpongeBob passes out from pure joy and Gary carries him home. As Squidward is about to take the costume off, he is confronted by a little girl asking him for a present. Out of desperation, Squidward gives the child a wrench as a gift. He then sees a group of people who all want gifts as well and ends up giving away everything he owns. After all the chaos, Squidward finds a message from Santa on his doorstep, thanking him for his help and telling him that he's been a good boy. You then see the last comical scene with a live-action Santa flying his sleigh underwater. Squidward, dumbfounded, then says, "Yup, I'm insane," and goes back inside playing his new clarinet from SpongeBob. Squidward is probably my favorite character in SpongeBob, and actually seeing him be respected and being the good guy for once feels rewarding. I know people have their gripes with modern SpongeBob, their post-movie, same with Family Guy, but I can honestly say that is one of my favorite SpongeBob episodes, and definitely and easily the best Christmas cartoon episode. Thank you guys so much for checking out my picks for the top 5 cartoon Christmas episodes. There are a lot of Christmas episodes out there, and I only saw a good amount of them. So let me know in the comment section below if I missed any good ones, if I should check any others out, or to tell me which ones to steer away from. I know this video is a little late, but I wanted to at least get it out before the new year. Plus, these episodes can be viewed any time of the year. It doesn't have to be Christmas time. I would also love to hear your guys' feedback on these kinds of videos. Should I do more top 5s, or maybe go into top 3s or top 10s? Also, do you like how the videos are set up? Would you like to either see me in live action, just me, or maybe like a mix of half and half? Definitely let me know below in the comment section. We'll have to hear what you guys have to say. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for hopefully more of these videos in the future and other good stuff. And don't forget to follow us at all our social media accounts, which will all be listed in the description below. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas, happy holidays, and a happy new year.